passenger jet lands at more than 240 kilometers per hour. It weighs dozens of tons, sometimes far more. Yet within moments, it slows down and exits the runway like it was nothing. How does something that massive stop so quickly? Most people think the answer is simple: brakes. But airplane brakes are only one piece of a much larger system. In reality, an aircraft starts slowing down before the wheels even touch the ground. Today, we're looking at how airplanes really stop after landing and why it's nothing like braking a car. To understand this, imagine trying to stop a heavy truck rolling downhill at high speed. Now imagine that truck has wings, is carrying hundreds of passengers, and lands in rain, wind, or snow. That's why aircraft use several systems working together, each one designed for a specific moment. The stopping process begins in the air. As the plane approaches the runway, pilots lower the flaps on the wings. These panels extend backward and downward, changing the shape of the wing. Their main job is to help the aircraft fly safely at lower speeds during landing, but they also create extra drag. Drag is simply resistance from the air. More drag means the aircraft can slow down without losing control. So even before touchdown, the airplane is already shedding speed. This is important because speed matters more than most people realize. A small increase in landing speed can greatly increase the distance needed to stop. That's why pilots carefully manage speed during the entire approach. Then comes touchdown. The wheels meet the runway, often with a quick puff of smoke as the tires spin up instantly from 0 to runway speed. But even now, the airplane is not fully relying on wheel brakes yet. First, it needs more weight on the wheels. That's where spoilers come in. Spoilers are panels on top of the wings that rise up immediately after touchdown. They look simple, but they do something critical. They destroy lift. Wings are designed to keep an airplane in the air. Even after touchdown, they still want to generate lift. If lift remains, part of the aircraft's weight is still being supported by the wings instead of the landing gear. That means less grip for the tires. Spoilers solve this by collapsing lift and forcing the aircraft firmly onto the runway. Now the wheels have maximum contact with the ground, and braking becomes far more effective. Next comes one of the most noticeable parts of landing: reverse thrust. On many jet aircraft, the engines can redirect airflow forward after touchdown. Instead of pushing the airplane ahead, the engines now help slow it down. Passengers often hear a loud roar when this happens. That sound is the engines helping resist the plane's motion. Reverse thrust is strongest right after landing, when the aircraft is still moving fast. As speed decreases, its effect becomes smaller. Now the wheel brakes take over. Airplane brakes are extremely powerful. They are built to absorb huge amounts of energy in a short time. Unlike a car where brakes deal with much smaller loads, aircraft brakes must slow a machine weighing tons at high speed. When the brakes clamp down, the aircraft's motion is converted into heat, a lot of heat. After a hard landing or short runway stop, brakes can become extremely hot. That is why pilots monitor brake temperatures after landing. But braking too hard can also be dangerous. Locked wheels can skid, damage tires, or reduce control. So aircraft use anti-skid systems. This works somewhat like ABS in a car, but designed for aircraft conditions. Sensors watch each wheel and reduce brake pressure if a skid begins. That helps maintain grip and directional control. And stopping isn't only about the airplane. The runway matters too. Dry pavement provides strong traction, but rain, snow, or ice can reduce grip significantly. In heavy rain, a plane may hydroplane, where the tires ride on a thin layer of water instead of touching the runway properly. When conditions are poor, pilots need longer stopping distances. That's why airports publish runway condition reports, and pilots calculate landing performance before arrival. Even runway design helps. Many airports have grooves cut into the surface to drain water and improve traction. Some airports also have emergency stopping areas at the end of the runway for rare situations when extra distance is needed. So, when you feel the aircraft slowing after landing, you're not feeling one brake system, you're feeling several systems working in sequence. Flaps slow the aircraft in the air, spoilers remove lift after touchdown, reverse thrust helps reduce speed early, wheel brakes finish the stop, anti-skid systems maintain control, and runway design supports all of it. That coordination is what makes landing safe, smooth, and repeatable thousands of times every day. So, the next time your plane lands, remember, stopping a jet isn't about pressing one pedal, it's about managing massive energy with timing, engineering, and precision. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy learning how everyday machines really work, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.